If you are an artist, if you get an opportunity, even if you have a few drawings and you want to put your stuff out there, don't be scared to take that step. Because what you draw, it's you. No one can replicate you. This is something AI can't do. Even if they build a machine to replicate it, it's replicating your style, right? Don't get scared about what the internet is saying. Creativity will never die. Till humanity dies, creativity will never die, right?
And the experience that me and my brother can give you is definitely to not give up, keep striving hard, and you will definitely get there.
Hello guys, good evening. Today I met a very amazing artist, two very talented artists. You might be remember them because you might saw the Comic Con video. I had three videos uploaded about the 2024 Comic Con. One of them was Artistic Alley. Then you guys see the thumbnail. There was a very beautiful voice with a good smiling. This is the persons. They are very good artists. I met them in another event. So I had a chance to interview with them, and I will bring you the everything about art and business related to the art about them. So guys, hi, how are you? Good evening.
Good evening, and it's great to see you again. From Artist Alley all the way back from Comic Con. So yeah, to introduce myself, right? My name is Julian, and I'm an artist. And I recently got into selling my art to the public, and I'm looking forward to our interview today.
Yeah, and I'm Kaya. I am also an artist. I also do a bit of stuff myself. Pretty much here to support my brother as well and push this company to the next level. And yeah, I'm glad to see you again. It's been ages. We love Comic Con, seeing you there, and to be here again, it means a lot.
Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, I know you are not selling art. I think you are not selling art in your school life, right? So how did you start this art business, and how do you start to draw?
Well, you're spot on. I did not sell my art when I was younger. I was terrified to do that. In fact, I got into selling my art when I reached my 20s, 22, 23, until my family and friends told me that I had to, right? Because it's a waste of talent just keeping it in my house. I started with just a pencil, right? My family, we couldn't afford expensive art material at the time. So I started with simple pencils, and then sooner enough I started being able to earn and get enough with my family support proper art supplies, and then I was able to push myself to start selling my art. And because Instagram, social media started picking up like crazy, I was able to gain some courage to put my work out there. So yeah, I had to build that confidence up from the bottom level.
Yeah, and just to also comment on what my brother has been doing, even though I also got into a lot of art, it was my brother who shaped it, inspired us to also think outside the box and develop our own creative style when it came to our art. So to the build up towards today, like the art that you see is combined with anime, movie shows, classics, all of the variety, which gives every person here a chance to enjoy. So yeah, that's how we will start to here pretty much.
Now you guys had a few years of experience doing the art and the art business. So what are the challenges you face? Like, this is not the official place. This is just another stall from another event. So how did you guys face those challenges, and how did you find new markets in the art business?
That's a really good question. There are so many challenges because a lot of people say just be confident, put your art out there, and you'll see wonders happen. It doesn't happen like that, right? You have to face the facts that you're not going to get recognized immediately. You'll get little recognition, right? But that is okay as long as you just put your stuff out there and people can see what you do. That makes a difference. A lot of times I struggled with anxiety that my art was never going to be good enough, and because I see other artists and they're incredible, I feel very small in comparison. But then I realized my art has value on its own, right? And even though it's not an official market for art in specifics, it's an opportunity to put my work out there for the public to see. And they might want to buy it, they might not want to buy it, that's all right. They can see something that I have made from my creativity, and that is important because later down the line, I get messages from the same people saying, "Hey, I met you at that stall." Exactly, and it's not an official, avenue for art sales, but I meet people that later support my work in ways I never imagined. So any opportunity to put it out there is invaluable.
Yeah. Just to comment on what my brother just said, yes, challenges do come our way. Initially, there was not much of recognition, but when you're always present and always consistent with what you present to your audience, people start to notice. And especially when we talk about Padmas production, we have come such a long way, even to this place here, where it's mostly selling a lot of clothes. Our art still stands out, and we get a lot of inquiries, a lot of notice, because we've been in different areas. And though the challenge initially was the lack of recognition, now we have pretty much built our brand to a point where people notice us in these artist points. Yes, that's pretty much.
Okay, so then another question for both of you. See, I can see a lot of beautiful paints out there. Okay, so how did you find those materials? How did you find those ideas? Like what inspired you to draw like these beautiful art?
So, like I mentioned, the internet played a big role. Where when I was growing up, we didn't have, we didn't get smartphones and all that. And most of what I drew came from storybooks, came from nature magazines. Then when the internet came around, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I have not done any kind of training. I have not gone to an art school. It's all from self-experience, and watching YouTube videos played a big role in that. And I learned a lot of new styles. And internet is a double-edged sword. It gives you inspiration, it gives you avenues to learn, but also it makes you feel small when you see other people do so well. And you have to be very careful not to fall down that rabbit hole where you see other artists and you go, I'm not good enough, I'm not nearly half as good as that artist. It does not matter. It doesn't matter, because what you draw, it's you. No one can replicate you, right? And that is important. So, I learned a lot from the internet, and materials that I gathered was from what I learned from the internet. Sri Lanka, unfortunately, is a third world country. We don't have access to the latest in equipment and materials. But where I can find stuff to substitute, I do. And you don't have to buy everything, you just start with one pen. For example, this drawing, you just need a simple, black ballpoint pen. You can draw this. You don't need to buy an art pen. Then when you do get art pens, you can do cross-hatching and do details inside, right? This is one of my older drawings, but you start with whatever you can. A pencil, a ballpoint pen, right? It won't cost you more than 40, 30 rupees. Then when you feel confident with those materials, you then go and invest in a good art pen or paints, and then you can see what you can do, right? So it's one step at a time.
Yeah, just for all you artists who have that kind of budding growth but are scared that you won't make it, this is pretty much where my brother started off with, okay? And this was one of his most recent artworks. So yes, it might seem scary, but the road to where you're heading is definitely somewhere where you're going to be very happy. And the experience that me and my brother can give you is definitely to not give up, keep striding hard, and you will definitely get there. Yep.
When our teachers ask us in the like a childhood or the kindergarten, what do you want to be in the future? We all said that we want to be a doctor, we want to be a lawyer, we want to be an advocate, like teacher. Like nobody says that we want to be an artist. Okay. Because people thought that if you became an artist, if you earn some money from the artist, no, you can't make money from the artist, right? Drawing art, selling in the public or the auditoriums, it doesn't make you money. Okay, so this is the most important question in the interview. Why people thought like that, and what are the advices for them? What are the advices for newcomers to not having those ideas? Because most of the people, like, they hide their talent inside their day-to-day life. I met a doctor who can sing well, guys. Like he's like a really professional singer, but he don't do it. He just like to sing but don't do it because he's a doctor. Okay. So guys, what are your advices?
So I work in the hospitality industry. I'm a bartender by trade, and I am now lecturing in the same field. In our country, in Sri Lanka, it's a beautiful country, but you have to work hard in order to make a living, right? So money is the first thing that comes to people's minds. Talent, creativity is pushed back because you have to focus on making that money. This is everything. But let me tell you something. You might end up getting this, but if you lose your talents, your creativity, you will look one day at someone who continued, and you will look back with regret and sadness because you let go of that part of you that only you have. You might have other singers, you might have other artists, but what you can do is only what you can do.
That makes you unique, right?
It makes you unique, right? And even if it's now my full-time job is full-time, but whenever I can take a leave or whenever I can focus on my other passions, I do. And my passion one day is to create an animation studio in Sri Lanka. Everyone has heard of Disney.
This is not we have right now.
Exactly. Everyone's heard of corporations like Pixar, Disney. I want to make something like that in not just Sri Lanka but Southeast Asia, right? I'm aiming big, right? So you have to aim for the sky because at the end of the day, it's going to inspire other people to do the same, right? It's extra work, it's hard work, but it's something that you will look back with pride because you didn't let go of that, right? I can see people working in offices saying, oh, I used to draw, oh, I used to do this when I'm done with my sketches. And I said, why did you stop? Money, right? Money will come, right? But your patience, your determination to do what you can do with balancing your full-time job, that is something that you can't give up on. That's something called experience, right? So just keep pushing. It's hard, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, the advice I would give you would be pretty much what I've been saying throughout this entire interview. Be consistent. No matter, I'm a marketer by blood and I am very passionate about it. So whenever I see my brother who is a very passionate artist, though he's in hospitality, with a lot of time dedicated into that, this is something that he's passionate about. And even though work is something which you should prioritize, your artistic trade, something that you're very passionate about, should be something that you should give time for and be consistent. Always make time for it. Always, talk about it, post it on your stories, and talk to Padmas production, because we are always here to make sure that budding artists would definitely make a change in our country, because like my brother said, we are not seen very much in this country, especially in terms of artists. But we can change that. Sri Lanka is growing every single day, and the word of being an artist is growing as well. So be a part of this change, start being consistent, and definitely we'll see you at the next event. Take care.
I'll make a quick point, because you can make a living out of being an artist, but it takes a lot of hard work, and that's an industry that you have to know about in detail. So you can do your full-time job and balance it at the same time. If you're worried about AI art, because AI is becoming big in the industry, it's just a tool. That's it. It's a tool. Even an artist can use AI, right? And all artists have to start with traditional mediums. Okay? This is something AI can't do. Even if they build a machine to replicate it, it's replicating your style, right? Don't get scared about what the internet is saying. Creativity will never die. Till humanity dies, creativity will never die, right? Do not use those as excuses to push away your creativity. Keep pushing yourself to try new things, because then that will take you to greater heights.
Yeah, I would like to add something like for the AI thing. When the NASA launched their first craft into the space, they said that we are using the latest AI in the world. Nobody has it. So what happened now? Right? So AI is just like that. People invented it to do things easily, but AI is just nothing. It's about your creativity, like you said. Even the things we are selling for the world is the drawings in the Chigiri, right? To the person who draw the art know that the whole country will live with, like, showing his art. He will draw entire woman's kingdom in the rock, right? because that was the thing artists can do. It was like 2000 years ago. Yeah, maybe. So, guys, any last words? If you don't mind, I would like to tell their name. They were Padmas Productions, right? Yes, they were Padmas Productions. So, guys, any last thoughts for the artists or the people who would like to come? What do you guys want to say?
If you are an artist, if you get an opportunity, even if you have a few drawings and you want to put your stuff out there, don't be scared to take that step. It might not work right off the bat, but I'm telling you, each step is important because it shows that you believe in yourself and your art, and that is the most important thing. And when I see other artists, I get so happy, right? If I want to say hi, I want to meet them, I want to know what they do. So if you ever come and see me, please don't be shy, come and say hi, right? We at Padmas Productions, we love other creatives, okay? So yeah, and for those wondering why Padmas, I loved Harry Potter, okay? And if you know Harry Potter, you know what I'm talking about. Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot and Prongs. With a Easter egg there, but yeah, thank you guys very much.
Yeah, and just to give us a bit of insight to what Padmas Production does, we do posters, stickers, complete commissions, and also artworks which are all custom designed. So definitely, if you are looking out for a commission to be done, you can reach out to Padmas Production. Definitely, it will be linked in the caption below or in the description. Reach out to us, and we'll definitely see you on the other side. Thank you.
So guys, thank you so much for joining with me today. I would like to put your links in the video description. It's okay, right? So you can find it in the description. So guys, this will be the end of the Padmas Production interview. You can subscribe to my channel, right? And you can find them, and you can find a lot of other creators who born in Sri Lanka and work in Sri Lanka for the industry for the future. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.